Could it be that the targets have been knocked out yet again by the ARCa Bulls trading team, guys? A lot of the times the notion here is that TA, technical analysis, does not work over XRP because of the certain amount of whales and how the whales control it, okay, guys? So what I want to display to you here is actually not, well, that's actually false, but not the technical side of things, guys. Technical analysis, I do believe, is kind of bullshit, but I got something to show you here because I don't typically practice technicals. I practice statistical analysis. Now, statistical analysis would be, the probabilities of, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at this image here from yesterday's video as we are describing right in this here, guys, that we could be watching for a target that's in this area, from this area here, right, into where my mouse is pointed of $2.4578. Now, coming back into the chart here, well, you're going to go ahead and notice that we actually, let's go ahead and scoot this right over and bam. So it looks like right there is the candle that we just reached here about an hour ago. And from the 245.78, I know these numbers are going to be a little small to see here, but it's okay, guys. Let's just go ahead and do this right here and take a look at what number it reached. Okay. All right. So from the 245.78 that we spoke of, we hit a 24584 based on statistics and not based on technical analysis. Now, how is it that I am doing that? How is it that we could be able to determine almost, I mean, to the micro penny what target we're going to be hitting to the upside based on our analysis? Well, guys, it's a lot of practice and it definitely requires a lot of rules knowing, right? For example, here, this triangle has a 60 to 70% batting average when it's formed in this fashion. Now, the other thing is that it has usually a breakout average too. So when is it? When you reach out about 65 to 75% to the apex of the triangle, this is getting ready for a breakout. Measuring the area from the breakout is one target to be able to be reached, right? From this point here to here is how we acquired this line into this area here. Second thing, the chop box that we noticed just yesterday, right, that we've been writing in here, that's the total width of this box here, right? Just like this, applying it from this width here, and applying it to the top side, that's how you get the second target again. And guess what? 24578. And again, we were able to see that target meet just about an hour ago based on our analysis, right, guys? So that's how I did this here. But what I'm telling you here is based on just, this is the crayon and coloring book side of the analysis that I practice, guys. Okay? This is about as simple as it can get. It goes a lot deeper and it goes a lot better too. So if you want to know how to do that, I am actually doing this for the XRP family. Hit this link right on the top right and send me the proof of payment for a $100 8-week master's course with me, guys, for the beginners charting and trading. Let's get our portfolios working for us. Let's make sure to get this thing to work out the right way, guys, okay? And I can go ahead and display to you how to do this and many, 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 many more strategies, but we have to learn from step one. Let's go ahead and get it done, guys. Anyway, let's go ahead and now come back into this analysis here, guys, and take a look at also this, because yesterday we were talking about our, this is the Alpha Light, right? The algorithm here that we've just built. We noticed that it was on a buy signal here, guys. Oh my goodness. Well, what do you know? The buy signal worked out, and now we're still continuing that upside right in here, right, guys? So very interesting times indeed. Also, hit the fucking link on the top right, because this, you can get it for under 80 bucks right now. It's gonna go away, guys. There's only a few seats available for both the master's course and this. Okay, so get it right away. Anyway, let's go ahead and come back and see what the topside targets could be. Yes, the topside targets that we spoke of here regarding this triangle, of course, we are looking at a potential topside of around $2.50 to $2.52. Many things can happen along the way, right? Many weird things can also show us that, oh, you know what? It got invalidated because of somebody took a crap on Ripple's yard and now it sucks and we all are going to sell it off, right? Anything can happen in the market, guys, all right? But when things like this happen in the market, right, like this, that just happened a few hours ago, a whale bought 1.6 million XRP tokens from the Korean exchange, right? So, you know, when things continue to happen in this fashion, I don't know that I can be the most bearish in the world. Of course, guys, the thing is that we are still within a bearish stance, and seeing that Bitcoin is currently sitting at a really speculative level, yeah, you know what, of course, we have to be very cautious when it comes to these plays. Now, I guess I can see something else kind of brewing in here, right? So let's go ahead and get rid of this channel here because it's already done. We got that already done as well. And well, of course, we kind of pointed out we pointed out this inverse head and shoulders that definitely has a potential target of around 248.74. We noticed some confluences yesterday at around 247, so all good. But what else could there be here? And have we reached a target for it? Well, I actually did notice something interesting here, guys. Okay, so I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna promise anything is what I'm trying to say here, but I am noticing that there is another bullish signal at play. And now how could that be? Well, let's go ahead and draw this in from just about over here, right? Just like this here. Right. And now we're going to draw another trend line from this point here to just around. You know what? We could even make it like this. Right. So what you're noticing here is that, yeah, there could be the workings here of another type of triangle. And this is a right angle triangle. In this case here, when the right angle triangle is being built during a downside and it starts converging like this, that's usually a bullish signal, and it tends to break out just like the other triangles do, just like this one does. So this is a potential reversal formation that we're observing right now. And the top side target, just like we measured these right from the falling wedge, they acted just the same. So let's go ahead and take into consideration here the target number. I guess the largest target for this would be around here. Interesting. Again, we're getting some confluence just like we did yesterday. Now this is the inverse head and shoulders, and now the right angle triangle, right, is giving us a very similar target of around 248.74, 248.82. Okay, could that be in the cards next? We're going to validate that thing just in a little bit. Let's go ahead and make sure to get into the momentum and historical volatility of this. We just want to make sure that we can understand what price is telling us, what raw price. Guys, price is king. The reason why a lot of people don't believe in it is because they don't understand it, okay? Here is the thing. Price represents the behavior of us, retail. It represents the behavior of the institutions. It represents the behavior of the whales too. Now, guess what? The whales plus institutions plus retail, that's the entire collective criteria and behavior of the entire XRP asset. All that effort creates one psychological characteristic or person. Think of XRP as one body, right? That consists of all those things, just like your body consists of many things. Now, if we have that, right? If we have that, that means that we have iterations, behavior. So if we have behavioral iterations, that means that we have measurements and we have behavior now, right? So we can measure that behavior, and then we have a data sheet. That data set can then become our output to understanding the probabilities of something. That's why statistics lead the way here, guys. All we have to do is study. All we have to do is see. In order to know where we're going, we need to know where we're coming from. All right, guys. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump right in to the volatility and momentum of this all and see if we can catch ourselves the direction on this. Remember, guys, I'm not a perfect trader. I'm not a Nostradamus, right? I don't have a magic crystal ball. I don't. All I have is the God-given talent that I have under my hands, guys, and I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to express it here for the XRP family as much as I can, right? Let's go ahead and continue on this analysis. Anyway, okay, so do we have enough upside here? Do we have enough threshold to continue on that upside bound? Well, let's find out, right? We're going to go ahead and use the immediate short-term time frame here. Actually, you know what? Let's get really granular with this. We're going to use, let's see, let's get down into even the 10-minute time frame. Screw it. We'll see what we got in here, okay, guys? So the 10-minute time frame is already giving us a potential upside continuation here. Of course, there's going to be some pullbacks here and there. Not a problem, right? But we are completely expanded. Let's see how that's continuing to the 15. All right, 15-minute time frame looks like it's recurving here for a lasso back to the upside, but which is good. What's good about this is that we're getting this volatility expansion phase all over again. Remember that volatility is going to serve as your acceleration and your bias. Your directional bias is going to be given to you by something like momentum, like stochastic momentum. Many other things can give you that bias too. Moving averages, RSI, all kinds of stuff, right, guys? Okay, so yeah, we're getting that, the thrust of gas, right, or that pressure, we're getting it to the upside here specifically because of the 15-minute time frame. Now, should we have a continuation of that upside? Well, for a present moment there, we were just downside on this. We were just downside on this 30-minute time frame, but we started kind of kinking right here as soon as we started bottoming out in this area here. Now, we just opened up this 30-minute time frame, and it looks like it may actually start favoring the bulls here pretty soon. Should that cascade into into the hourly time frame. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, well, the hourly time frame's got 23 minutes to go, and we did retrace to the 50% of this prior bar, but what is it going to do? Is this 30-minute, is this hourly bar here going to be able to succeed the upside to make the 10-minute, 15-minute, 30, it cascade all into the hourly? Well, let's continue here and see if the bi-hourly time frame disagrees. It looks like it kind of disagrees a little bit, guys. Okay, that bi-hourly time frame is suggesting a continuation towards that upside, and some volatility expansion is coming in, which means that we could have already found a support in this immediate short term. That could be the breakout, support grab, and continuation. Now, how is it that we can kind of figure that, right? How is it that we can figure that move? Well, I believe that we can do it from this, you know what? Yeah, I guess we can do it from this chart right over here. Okay, guys? So remember that we have many targets that we can express here, right? This is the breakout from the triangle that we were just talking about, right? We're breaking out of this triangle, but remember that it does come in a zone, right? That zone could be, actually, it could really be from price, exactly where price is right now, where it just dropped from, right? So that could be right about this area here to just about, I would say, right about down here, right? So this zone here could really be an area of interest for the bulls, okay? So that's why I mean that in order for us to continue to the upside, we would have to break out from a critical resistance that we've known to be working out here so much, get that top side and first target that we were observing from the triangle and the chop box breakout. Great, we got that. Now we come back, validate that support, and continue to the upside, okay? Should the bulls have enough strength, that means that this would be an area for reaccumulation, and we could then continue accumulating towards an upper bound. Let's go ahead and continue on the analysis here, guys, on the bi-hourly time frame. So bi-hourly time frame, yeah, it is speaking to us some upside continuation. It disagrees with the hourly time. Let's go to the 3-hour time frame and see what's up. Well, take a look at that 3-hour, guys. This thing just pulled back, right? Remember this, 60 to 70% of the time, you'll get a 50 to 30 or 30 to 50% prior bar pullback. This was the new 3-hour bar, right? It opened up here, got a peekaboo, came back down to validate the 50% of your prior bar. Now it's bouncing to the upside, and take a look at the volatility expansion starting from critical contraction and still an upside bias on stochastic momentum. Great. What is the 4-hour saying? Well, 4-hour time frame, same situation here, right? Retrace to the 50%, bounce to the upside, still within an upside bias, by the way, inside of the gravitational zone of the bull strength percentile and stochastic momentum, right? Looking very good, and we are probably going to start getting some volatility expansion on this 4-hour after this closure here happens in about an hour 20 minutes. 6-hour time frame, guys, is absolutely pivoted towards the upside, and same situation here. New 6-hour bar printed. We got that 50% prior bar, all good, and it's still pivoted towards the upside, guys. And look at this 8-hour time frame, same deal. Inside a contraction, potential upside bias, and retracing to that 50% and bouncing off that 50%. Guys, I think that there is something in line here, and there may actually be a continuation to the upside. Check this out. 9 hours and 20 minutes, right? We just got an open of a 12-hour bar, 50% retrace, and it's bouncing toward the upside. Does it mean that it can't go down anymore? Of course it doesn't, guys. It can go ahead and drop some more. What I'm saying here is that the statistics are playing out just as they should, right? This is the new day that opened up just under 3 hours ago, right? This is right here. We opened up that red bar right there. We're retracing. So should it be that we can go ahead and retrace towards the 50% true area of the daily bar? Well, if the true area would be around here. I guess if it did retrace to the 50%, it might go down to 240. Okay, so if it did go down to the 240, guys, let's just go ahead and measure that up, right? Let's just say that it did go down to the 240.06, right around here. Right around there is what we're saying, right? So if it did go down there, then it would show confluence to this bottom side right in here. So I think that it would be 239.02 to 240.06 should it drop to the true 50% of its prior daily, and then it would continue an upside bias. Stochastic momentum here is actually just consolidating, so it's waiting for the immediate short-term time frame to start cascading and rippling. No pun intended, right? The ripples from the immediate short are starting to gather and wave bigger into the larger time frames, which which means that there could be positive price action here leading into even tomorrow and the following day, guys, okay? We're going to go ahead and validate this, and we're going to go ahead and continue to observe all of these things into the next days, okay? But I want you to make sure, I want to make sure to see you in that class coming up. We're going to be starting that master's course here in just about 2 weeks, guys. So I want to see you there. Sign up. It's only $100, man, and this is a great opportunity for you guys to take advantage of right now. Your algorithm is also there for under $80 right now, guys. So make sure to take advantage of those things, and we will talk here, I guess, later. All right. All right, team. Adios, everybody. We'll talk soon. Peace, 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 and peace. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as it cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever, ever, ever, ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team.